Throughout the life cycle of Black Ops 3, we've had a lot of things come through the black market in both terms of deals and updates that have given us not only a lot more content, but a lot of different ways to get said content. And there's one in particular that we've only ever seen once, and it was probably one of the more overpowered deals, if you can label it as such. Today, we're gonna be talking about the one and only elusive 40% off pack that gave us 5 rare supply drops for the price of 3. Now, this is one that I want to call your attention to simply because it might not sound like much, but the system was pretty broken in the regard of how this one worked, and it was broken in the player's favor. For once, the house didn't necessarily win in terms of this casino ordeal. Now, on July 1st of 2016, we ended up getting this deal available for only 90 crypto keys. No COD points, which is something that was honestly pretty crazy in terms of how this worked out, and it was something that this is still one of the first times, if not the only time, that we saw a deal that did not revolve around COD points or have the option to be bought with COD points in addition to or exclusively compared to crypto keys. This was only 90 crypto keys. You could not pay COD points for it, so it really rewarded those who grinded out keys for the game. And what made it once again even better was not only again that this was broken, but the fact that the returns on these practically paid for the bundle itself. So you could end up buying even more of these and continue the cycle over and over. If you were to look at some of the success stories, some people ended up getting all the DLC weapons available at the time and still having crypto keys left over. Some people pretty much got everything that they wanted, still had a couple crypto keys left over, all that good stuff, but the main consensus out of it was that everybody got a ton of content and a ton of loot out of it. Some people maybe didn't get all of the DLC weapons, maybe they didn't have that good of luck with their supply drops, but when it came down to it, this was more than likely the best bundle available, and especially at the time being crypto keys only, that was something absolutely massive. So the big thing coming out of this is why can't we see this again? I would absolutely love to see something like this where it's strictly crypto keys and where playing the game can actually mean something and give you a good chance of getting the DLC weapons that you want. But once again, it comes down to how much the return yielded. Essentially, this bundle paid for itself. So if you had any sort of decent luck or you ended up having a ton of the content already that you ended up getting, those duplicates would then once again pay for itself and the cycle would continue, therefore continually allowing players to get even more content and thus filling up pretty much everything that they had. And when you look at it from the business side and perspective of Activision and all that kind of stuff, this was not really good for sales at COD points. So while again this is almost something where it sounds evil to say it makes sense, in that aspect it totally does, and for that reasoning, though it wasn't ever publicly stated, it seems more than likely that was the reason that this thing never returned. That said, looking back on this kind of stuff, it was just kind of crazy to me to think that this was literally probably the best deal within Black Ops 3, and it was one that kind of has been under the radar, one that only happened once ever in Black Ops 3, and thus not many people may remember it. So when you think about deals within the black market, like the big box bundle, the no dupes, the daily double, whatever it may be, there's a lot to think about, but this was one that was head and shoulders above the rest, and we've yet to see again here. So nearing the end of Black Ops 3, would I love to see this come one final time as just maybe one bundle within the black market that allowed players to get a lot of stuff for a rather decent price and refill their crypto keys in the process. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. But that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you guys did, make sure you drop a like down below. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you guys stick it right here, because starting tomorrow I'll have early footage of the World War II beta going live up on the channel. So if that interests you, make sure you stick it right here and don't miss a beat here at that. We got a lot of stuff coming, so make sure you guys don't miss out. And finally, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, that's the best place to get connected outside of YouTube. Practically live on Twitter, so if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, link is down there in the description below. But all that said and out of the way, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.